Welcome back to Crunch Time Live and Merry Christmas. Today we have a special edition because we have not one, but two guests, Nick Beaulieu and Clay Jones. How are you doing,
Let's
sirs?
go. They didn't know I was gonna bring out the sweater, bro. I just had a different hoodie on. I was like, oh yeah. Timer goes on. Run, get my sweater, throw this shit on. Got a little llama. I got a little scarf on this thing. Got a little pocket. If I want a little beer or something, just pop it in here. I'm hyped. I'm feeling the
Love
Christmas
it.
spirit.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's the semifinals week and things are getting intense. So let's just get right to it because people want to know. Let's start with some player news. What do you have for us, Nick?
So players that were questionable throughout the week or early in the week that are expected to play and active are Tyreek Hill, Antonio Brown, Tony Pollard, Joe Mixon, and both running backs in Denver with Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams. Not like there was a ton of worry there. And there wasn't much worry on Antonio Brown either, but I figured I should throw him in there just because he's missed so much time.
Yeah, yeah,
Players that are questionable are Damian Harris, Adam Thielen, DJ Moore, Antonio Gibson, and DeAndre Swift. Everybody on that list but Swift is at least expected or hopeful that they suit up. Gibson is a little worry for me personally, just because he's an 8 o'clock game in an
yeah,
already
yeah.
what feels to be empty week. Like there's so many guys that are out that I'm about to get to with either COVID
Yep.
or injuries. So I would have a backup plan for Gibson, and Swift is playing at one, so you'll have a pretty good gauge very soon. But players that are out this week include, and hopefully I have enough breath for this, Travis Kelce, Taysom Hill, Cole Beasley, and Gabriel Davis for the Bills, Dalvin Cook, Brandon Cooks, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Jalen Guyton, Lamar Jackson, and Tyler Huntley, Mike Evans, Ramondre Stevenson, Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt, and then Jamison Crowder and Darren Waller are both doubtful. I don't see them playing, obviously.
Yeah.
That is why there's
Yeah.
doubt. So a lot more out than in this week, I will say, as a brief synopsis.
Yeah, that sucks. Clay, do you have anything to add to that?
Just some like off the wall players. So Miles Jack, maybe if you play in the IDP league. Andrew Whitworth for the Rams. So that Vikings pass rush is still halfway decent. Sam Darnold is expected to play. I don't know if he's starting, but at some point, Jake Fromm's going to start. Josh Johnson will be in for the Ravens. Sammy Watkins is off the COVID list. I think you already touched on Tyreek Hill. I think David Johnson is not going to play today. Not that
Interesting.
we really want to target that
Yeah,
backfield, but
no, not at all. Yeah, you mentioned Miles Jack, but also Josh Allen, the player from the Jaguars, is not playing. So yeah, just to be perfectly clear, the linebacker is not playing. Uh, what do you say we get right to the questions? We already have some coming in.
Absolutely.
We have a big one from Alejandro Mantilla. He asks, "Well, good morning, fellas. Let's get to the finals. Full PPR, sit one. Swift, Rojo, T. Higgins. I'm scared of making the wrong decision, whichever I choose." Um, this is you were giving a golden opportunity here because if Swift doesn't go, you have no choices and you have a very good backup for him. I want to hear your thoughts though, Nick. Let's start with Nick.
For me, if all are active, I'm sitting, believe it or not, I'm probably going to sit DeAndre Swift in this scenario. Normally,
I don't blame you.
those words would never come out of my mouth, but we haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. There's been no real reports on how they intend to use him, even if he is active. He's been limited all week. Um, I think his re-injury risk is pretty high. If I had to, not like I'm a doctor or anything, but I do my reading, and I've been reading about his injury specifically because I have him everywhere, and everyone is just saying to me that re-injury risk is high, and who knows how many touches he gets. I mean, we've seen him have flashes of being super efficient and also flashes of being very inefficient when he
Hmm,
gets his touches. So, um, I think the biggest question mark there is Swift. I'm a big fan of Rojo and no Fournette. I think he could be playing pretty hard considering he was supposed to be the guy coming into this year, at least in my book.
He's playing the
And
Panthers though. Does that not worry you at all?
I I don't know. It doesn't really. No, I think the role of the Tampa Bay running back is a pretty valuable role,
Mm.
regardless of matchup. I mean,
All
it
right.
could. Yeah, go ahead,
Clay,
Chris.
you agreed with Nick when he said he wasn't worried about the Panthers.
No, I mean their defense in the beginning of the year was, lighting the world on fire, but their last 4 games they haven't been playing quite as well. But actually, I'm taking T. Higgins over Rojo to believe it or not.
But
I don't
but
trust
are
Rojo.
you not sitting Swift? If all three are healthy,
I
what's your
mean,
take on this?
I feel like you have to play Swift if he's healthy.
Mm.
So it'd
Who
probably
would
be
you sit?
Swift, and then if Swift's out, Higgins, and then Rojo. That would be my order.
But you have to start two.
Oh, start two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Swift and Higgins.
Mm,
Rojo makes too many mistakes. He can look
Mm.
explosive in the run game, but one mess up or one Brady hit and he's gone.
Fumble in the first quarter, and we see 3 quarters of Keyshawn Vaughn.
And Le'Veon Bell.
That's right. Yes, yes, that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I personally, if all three are healthy, I agree with Nick. I'm sitting Swift because just the injury. That's not something I want to do in the semifinals. I'd rather just have a healthy body in there, and T Higgins is just a given. But yeah, I
yeah,
when you have a suitable backup like Rojo, I'm okay with sitting Swift in this case.
yeah. I mean,
Uh, yeah, go ahead.
just to add something, what I've been hearing is that, oh, if all three are healthy, well, all three are not healthy. All three might be active, but
Yeah,
all three are
yeah,
not. All three are
that's
not
true.
healthy. So that's
That's true.
that's the biggest. That's my biggest concern. It's just a health and what are the Lions playing for? They're
Yeah.
playing more for the first pick than they are anything else right now. So
All right.
like, I mean, I know
I'll
they want to. I
switch.
know they want to win, but I'm just a little bit worried if he's active
Mm.
personally. I mean, I got to start him in a couple places, but
I'll
Yeah,
switch. I'll switch then. I'll take Rojo Higgins.
look at that. Discussion works.
yeah.
Just want to make a quick intermission and say if you're watching on Twitter and are asking questions and wondering why we're not answering your questions, is because unfortunately I cannot see the Twitter questions. So go on YouTube. I left the link on the tweet below. So go on YouTube, ask all the questions, and the crunch time guarantees that we will get to your question if you ask on YouTube. It's 100% guaranteed. So go do that. We have one from Charles Kearney. He says, "Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays." Merry Christmas to you and Happy Holidays, Charles. Now the question is: half PPR, Madison and Justin Jackson starting right now. Bench Swift and Henderson. Do I stick with the guys I have? I feel like there are too many question marks around Swift and Hendo. I mean,
I'm
you,
not
you,
changing
you
anything.
yeah, you're on the right track. The one I might change if Swift is active is sub in Swift or Justin Jackson. But what do you think, Nick?
Exactly what I was going to say. I
Hmm.
would say Madison, you're going to play
Yeah,
with
for sure.
confidence, and I'm not a Justin. I mean, I'm not a Justin Jackson believer. I think even though Josh Kelly ruined the game for them, was it last week? I still think it's going to be a little bit of a split, and I could be wrong. I mean, they are playing what they're playing Houston, so that's a great matchup. But if Swift, I know what I just said about Swift, but if my options are Justin Jackson or Swift in that scenario, I'm gonna take Swift here. I'm
Yeah.
willing to take that risk. I think they have a very similar floor, and I think Swift's ceiling is better. So I would go Madison and Swift if both are healthy, um, active,
Yeah,
and
there you go.
Madison and Justin Jackson if Swift is out.
All right. Yeah, I mean, Clay said Madison and Jackson. I don't hate that either. I'm just in the team that we have not seen Jackson do it at all. So that's not someone you want to trust for the semifinal matchup. He's definitely a good plug and play if you don't have any more options. So like if Swift is inactive, I would not start Henderson over him because he's not at that level. But if Swift is active, then we've seen him do it, and I trust that more with my semifinal matchup. All right, so there you go, Charles. Good luck. We have Jake from IT, longtime patron. He says, "Morning, guys. Running backs got hit with COVID, so I need to start too. Rojo, Carter, or Michelle." I'll let Clay. You go ahead and start with this one.
I think I'm going Rojo and Michelle.
Mm.
Seconded. That's what I would do as well.
Yep, me too. Honestly, Carter was doing well, and then who knows what happened last week? He lost his starter job apparently, and and Michelle gained the starter role. So yeah, it's not not something. Just imagine this question being asked week one. Uh,
Unbelievable, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy how things have
It's gonna
changed.
be a heavy
yeah,
drinking week.
oh
It's
yeah,
so insane.
but yeah, Ronald Jones and Sony Michelle, Jake. Good luck. Let's get to some championships. Charles has another one. He says, "Weird situation with DJ Moore. Oh, aren't we all? Amari Cooper could flex one of the backs over both of them too. The backs we have from the last question, like Madison, Justin Jackson, or Swift or Henderson, added to this question.
I'm just gonna um I would throw Amari Cooper in over DJ Moore. Um, the squeaky wheel gets the grease or whatever the hell they say. And he's talking about how he's not happy with his role. And I mean, we've seen what Amari Cooper can do. I mean, he went ape shit week one and has kind of been, touchdown or bust since then. But, he's discontented with his role. And I think Dak is gonna, I know there's some Dak hate floating around in the world right now,
Weird, yeah.
but I think this is a Cooper game based on what I just said, and I just don't trust DJ Moore in general. So if he's already playing hindered with horrible quarterback play, it's just like not a recipe for success in my opinion.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. This is again one of those cases with the suitable backup, I think, because if you have DJ Moore going and no really other suitable backups, you have to play DJ Moore. I mean, in one of those situations, playing against Nick's dad, actually. So, but yeah, if you have Amari Cooper, just peace of mind, and actually, like he has a decent upside potential. That's good. Um, Clay, what do you think about flexing one of the running backs he said in the past question?
I'm taking Cooper. I mean, I
Mm,
know I've been outspoken about how bad Dak has been, but apparently he's been
yep.
spending extra time individually with his wide receivers this week. So maybe that'll make a difference. The only thing I really don't like for Dak is Tyron Smith is out. I hate that.
Mm,
But the good thing is for Amari, they're playing at home, and he has significant home road splits. So like, he is a beast at home. So
there you go. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Oh, he also says that he has a 28-point advantage from Debo on Thursday. Does that change any of your answers?
I don't think so. No.
no,
I
If anything,
agree.
it makes it more comfortable taking a risk on, if you want to call it a risk on Amari Cooper, or
Yeah, I
Swift,
suppose. I suppose.
it.
All right, we have Boyd in the chat. He says, "Sup, all you cool cats and kittens." Marvin Jones, Kendrick Bourne, Josh Reynolds, start one. Oh yeah, Tim Boyle starting for the
Yep.
Detroit Lions. So Josh Reynolds takes a hit. Kendrick Bourne is playing the Buffalo Bills, so that's bad. And Marvin Jones is playing on the Jags, so that's also bad.
Mm. You might just want to throw in the towel, Boyd.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I
I'm.
personally like Jones here. I don't know what you guys
Oh,
think.
really? See, I'm going Bourne, um, in a tough matchup, but
I
Yeah,
not
was
as
thinking
tough.
Jones for the floor. Bourne's got the upside, but
Does Marvin Jones really have a floor? Like, I don't, I
does
don't.
Bourne really have an upside
Well, I would say yes with no Aguilar. I mean, there was
against the
someone else out,
Bills?
but yeah, yeah.
Last time they threw 3 passes against the Bills. I know we're not gonna get a
I mean,
repeat
just
performance, but
I
the
mean
usage,
Marvin
the
has 11
usage,
targets past 2 weeks.
the usage of Kendrick Bourne, I think, is they want to find a way to put the ball in his hands, whether it's a jet sweep, whether it's a flea flicker, whether he's passing the ball. He's been making plays for them. I know it's the Bills defense, but they've been down Tre'Davious White for a little bit now, and while that doesn't make things just sunshine and rainbows, it certainly hurts their defense. So I think there's certainly upside with Kendrick Bourne. I mean, we've seen him make big splash plays scattered throughout the entire year. I don't love him. It's not a confident play, but these options are not anything close to confident. So I
Yeah,
can see the understanding for Marvin Jones, but I would go big or go home with Kendrick Bourne in my opinion. But I can
yeah, I
understand
respect it.
Marvin
I
Jones.
respect it. Clay, where's your head at?
I mean, I agree with what Nick said about Bourne, but that's exactly why if I went against Debo, if I went against Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, I'll throw Bourne in and hope maybe he gets me a 20 burger. But if I'm comfortably projected ahead and I need the points, I'm taking Marvin Jones.
Interesting. I'm personally, I mean, I get the Bourne appeal, and now that Aguilar's out, he makes it a little bit better. I have to go with Marvin Jones. No Laviska Shenault. He has been getting like the second most targets on the team for the most part. I like that, and I would write that into the sunset instead of Bourne, to be honest. So
It's fair.
we have a split decision here, Boyd. I'm sorry we can agree, but
I mean,
yeah,
this is tough. Like,
yeah, he knows, he knows. Yeah, but yeah, we gave you all the points. You have to make the decision yourself now.
I don't know how many questions there are, but I have a question. Once, like, slot me in wherever the bottom of the queue is right now, and when we get
Okay,
back, I'll
okay,
work
I
my
got
way
you.
up.
All right, we have one from Daniel England. He says Saint Brown, Metcalf, or Renfro. Half PPR, choose two. Let's start with Clay here.
I'm probably gonna roll Metcalf and Renfro. If Goff was in, I would take St. Brown, but I don't know how much that move to Boyle is going to
That's true.
impact him. And I mean, I know Metcalf's been disappointing, but Renfro's been a stud, so you're definitely not sitting him.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to add, or you share the sentiment?
I can't sit Metcalf or Renfro in this scenario. I know Metcalf has been bad, but
I have
I
a
gotta use
quick
him.
fun fact to disprove narratives. We just heard Metcalf has been bad. Renfro has been good. They're averaging 11.4 and 11.7 half PPR points each. So there's a
Yeah.
0.3 difference between the two. I guess it's
The
more
thing,
expectations and
right?
disappointment
Yeah.
Well,
type
yeah, I
of
mean,
Yeah.
Metcalf's
narrative.
had
But
some drops, and Russ has missed him on X amount of passes. So if Metcalf touches those, gets those touchdowns, huge difference.
I mean,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
there's not a world where we would have ever expected Metcalf and Renfro to be, 0.5 points
yeah,
apart or less.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like that's why I'm saying like they just shouldn't be in that same tier. So
That's true. That's true. So, but yeah, Daniel, well, we're going with Metcalf and Renfro. It's unfortunate that St. Brown is not doesn't have a viable QB, but it is what it is.
I mean,
Good luck with
like,
that.
yeah, it's tough.
You're up next, Nick.
All right, so my scenario is I have full PPR, and I'm looking at Chase Claypool or Josh Palmer.
Ooh,
It's got to be Claypool. I'm not. I mean, I know Mike Williams is out, but I'm not starting Josh Palmer.
Mike Williams and Guyton are out.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of with Clay. I don't want to put my playoff hopes in the hands of Josh Palmer, to be honest.
So that's what I'm thinking as well. I mean, I'm starting Claypool. That's my plan, but
Yeah,
things are just trending nothing but downward for Chase Claypool. Like I not even a target last week. He had 0 receptions but had 12 receiving yards, so that's how you know how his day went. It's just like it's scary to see him play like 40% of the snaps, which is an approximation. But whenever there's 3 wide receiver sets, he's not in them. There was a crucial downs. They were inside the 10-yard line. 3 plays in a row, 3 wide receiver sets, no Claypool. Game
yeah,
on the
that's
line.
weird.
Like the trust is gone, the faith is gone, and it's just really hard. It's really hard for me to like keep him in my lineup. I know he has the boom potential,
He does.
but
He
like
does.
if he's getting 3 targets, what does that do for me? He has to catch all 3 and find the end zone. So it's just like it's scary, and I know I can't really sit him, but I figured I should run it by some people that know their shit before I, injure myself.
The thing that bothers me about the Houston game is that the Chargers defense could score, and that messes everything up. we've seen that the past couple weeks. Defensive scores messes everything up because then the star players aren't getting the ball because they're already up by 7, 10, 14 points, and then they're just running out clock from there. So that's really my biggest concern with that game. And Brandon Cooks is gone, so who else is a threat? Nico Collins, Brevin Jordan.
Also, we've heard so much about how targets are earned, and Josh Palmer's earning 1 target per game over the past 4 weeks. So just because the guys ahead of him got injured doesn't mean he's just gonna get
But what
8,
did he
9.
What did he do when Keenan Allen was out? When there were less people to take targets from him and he got more playing time, what did he do? He did what, like
Yeah.
5 for 70 and a touchdown, 5 for 50. Like I don't know. It's that team is going to pass regardless. It's not like Herbert's going to throw 20 times. I don't think. I think,
True.
but I don't know. I mean, I can't really do it. I can't
You know
get
what?
myself to
Go
do it.
go with Palmer. Just
Yeah, I don't know. My gut says Palmer, and normally I trust my gut, but I also don't want to. I need to win, so I guess I should go with a guy that I believe in, even if his team doesn't believe in him, in Chase Claypool.
that is a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. That is a tough one. We have one from the man Funky Monkey Nuts 2, not
Sick.
1, 2. This is Tim, just dropping in to say I think Darrell Williams is a great start this week. Coming in with the fun facts and the tidbits. Funky Monkey Nuts, we appreciate you. So thank you for that. We have Big Will in the chat. He says, "Oh, 3-man wave. Yeah, yeah, we're out here." Have one from Jake T. Josh Gordon jersey in the background is giving me PTSD.
Hell yeah, baby! It's signed, autographed by the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend. Fucking love it.
Yeah, people are loving Tim's burner with the Funky Monkey Nuts. But yeah,
That's funny.
all right, we have one from Will. He says, Antonio Brown, do we start him today with Evans and Godwin out? Yes. What's your outlook on him today, coming back from injury and suspension?
Okay.
17 for 203.
Yeah, literally. Literally.
Yeah,
I don't know.
much.
I expect him to have double-digit targets, somewhere between 8 and 10 catches. He's going to have 130 yards and at least find the end zone once.
Is that your crunch time guarantee?
Well, guarantees a lot. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, look at
I'm
that.
2 for 2. I'm 2 for 2 on these.
You are
2 for 2. So I'll make a 3 for 3 with my. He will score 20 or more fantasy points today. That's my crunch time guarantee.
Look at that. I like that. I like that actually. So, hey, yeah.
I need it so bad. I need it so bad. I need to manifest it. I need it so bad.
I like it. I think. I mean, he was great to begin the year, and that was being the number 2/number 3 in that offense. If he is the number 1, I mean, you can only imagine what he can do because he is Antonio Brown. He's not just some scrub. So,
Yep.
yeah. Okay, we have one of the ugly ones that Boyd asks. Palmer, Gallup, Jacoby, or Braxton Berrios in full PPR? Yeah, it's that kind of question.
I'm between.
I think.
I'm between Palmer and Gallup. And
I like Palmer, bro.
I know what I said about Cooper, right? So there's a chance Gallup takes a back seat. I just think he's a baller. I'm not starting. I picked up Braxton Berrios in our league. Am I ever going to use him? Nope. Jacoby Myers, we know he's not going to score, so he needs 6 to 8 catches to be relevant. And then between that, it's Palmer and Gallup. I'm going to go Palmer because that's what my gut tells me on this one. I think it's him, Keenan Allen, and Dust. And say Herbert only throws it 20 times. That's at least 5 targets. Keenan Allen's going to get 10 or more. No Eckler to take targets.
Yeah, it's true.
No Mike Williams, no Guyton. So, I mean, I'm going to go Palmer on this one.
Take it in there.
And then Gallup if I had to pick, 2 in a hypothetical land. But it would be Palmer then Gallup for me.
You know what? I agree with you here. But yeah, Palmer has to be your number one. We were discussing between him and then Claypool earlier, and then you made some pretty good points for him. So yeah, Palmer time. Uh, we have Big Will says Raiders have lost their identity recently. Do we start Renfro after a bad week?
Every week.
Yeah, yeah,
I
Yeah,
got
the
his
only
water
thing
over
that
here.
sucks is that they're playing Denver. And I think I touched on it in one of the articles this week, but that since they've been running the ball, their time of possession has been up. But I mean, I think the Raiders are still going to have to throw the ball. Josh Jacobs is banged up, so I definitely feel comfortable starting Renfro.
yeah, for sure. I mean, what are bad weeks? You have to trust that the player that has been producing will produce. Bad weeks happen and they come and they go. So yeah, you have to put that trust. Boyd says I lost Hopkins and Woods in a league where I was the number one seed, so having AB come back is exactly what I need. I feel that, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely feel that. All right. Big Will says in PPR Superflex, are you starting Heineke over guys like Russell Gage? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, and Hollywood Brown. Okay, this is a more complex one. So I'm gonna let Clay start off.
Mm, I really don't even know.
Yeah, this is tough.
I don't know
I
if I
would
really
like to
want
know
to
more
play
about
Heineke
the.
with that defense. Dallas has been really good, but Gage is just kind of like he's just a guy. He's not explosive or anything.
Well, I don't know about that. Gage has been pretty explosive for the Falcons recently. He took over the number one role. If you don't consider Cordell Patterson as to be a wide receiver, he has been that guy for them. So I'm not opposed to starting him over Heineke. I'm definitely not looking to start Marquise Brown though. Well, what do you think, Nick?
Absolutely what I was going to say, word for word. I would go Gage over Heineke, but I'm not going Hollywood over Heineke. Not without Lamar Jackson or Huntley. It's going to be a mess. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's when you have the opportunity to start a quarterback in Superflex, it's like very enticing. I just think Gage is running pretty hot right now. And Heineke has shown at times that, if he's not throwing to Terry McLaurin, it can lead to a very boring and average and less than average day. So
Yeah,
like I said, my pecking order is Gage, Heineke, Hollywood, which really sucks because Hollywood started the season on fire, but he's cooled down in the past like 6 weeks. So, and now he has no quarterback. So I'm good for starting Gage over Heineke and then Heineke over Hollywood.
I would do Gage, but I would do Hollywood over Heineke.
interesting.
Josh
Yeah.
Johnson can play. Like he's not a scrub.
Then why is he a third stringer?
Well,
You
I
know what
guess
I'm
in that case because Huntley is Lamar light, so you have to have him as your second. But yeah, I get the sentiment. Not looking to start Brown, but yeah, Gage over Heineke. I think common misconception in Superflex is that you have to start two QBs. You don't. It usually never works out unless you have two very good QBs. So don't force QBs onto your Superflex spot. Go get guys that have production value like Russell Gage. So there you go, Will. Good luck with that. Let's get to some championships. Alejandro has something to add to the last question. He also has Miles Sanders on the bench.
Oh, what are you doing with Miles Sanders on the bench?
Would you start Sanders over Rojo or T Higgins?
Rojo, yes.
Nick.
I don't know about that. I love Miles Sanders, man. I do. But they don't want to give him the work that he deserves to get. The Giants, you might know better than I in terms of how the Giants are. I don't have like
They're bad against the run.
are they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sticking. I'm holding. I'm not gonna. I'm leaving Sanders on the bench, which is hard, but I just don't. He's not guaranteed for touches in any manner. Whenever he gets back in the game, he just finds a way to get injured again. I just don't have confidence there, and I have solid confidence in Ronald Jones, even in a bad matchup. So,
Giants are the 10th best matchup for RBs, giving up 6.5% points over average to RBs. Points allowed is 24.4, so they're giving it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him on the bench, but I mean, I don't know if this could be a scenario where like any single one of these guys can produce today. So it may not matter in the long run, but I'm sticking Rojo. I like the idea of a workhorse role for him. And they may not use him that way, and then I get screwed over. But and you get screwed over if you use him. But I can't trust Miles Sanders, so I'm leaving him on the bench.
Yeah, this is tough now that you bring up Miles Sanders. I personally have Rojo as my quote unquote bust. Put it in quotes because I don't think he's gonna give you 2 points, but I think people are valuing him as a as a running back one, mid to high end running back one, and I think he's gonna be a low one or running back two against a tough Carolina defense. He's around the 20 to 24 range more than he is around the 5 to 10 range. So this is especially tough for me because I have him as that type of bust. I personally would start Miles Sanders over Rojo. I don't have the best track record when it comes to sleepers and busts, truth be told. So maybe you want to go with Nick here. I personally go Sanders. He goes Rojo. Clay seems to agree with me.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
Sanders
tough,
has had
Alejandro. But
20 plus carries in back-to-back weeks, and he's been over 100 yards. So
Has
he's
he
getting the
scored?
work.
Has he caught
He's
passes?
getting over 100 yards.
I mean,
Yeah,
has
so
he
did
scored?
Cam.
It's a bad argument because that just means he has. I mean, the touchdowns could be coming. So
Yeah. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say he's touchdown positive regression candidate. He probably should be, but he's getting 20 plus carries, like
Yep.
especially against the Giants.
And then Jalen Hurts is going to take all of his touchdowns, and he's not going to catch any passes. But it's okay. It's all right. That's fine.
I mean,
Go
you don't have to
Sanders.
catch passes when you're beating the Giants by 20 plus
Taylor
points.
Taylor just rushed for 100 yards. What do you get you? 10 points. I don't know.
that was great actually for me because I have in a standard league, and going against him in a PPR league. So
Yeah.
best of both worlds.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the argument, and if I didn't know Sanders was getting work like that, to be frankly honest, so if he's getting 20 carries a game, then fuck it, put him in.
All right, so there you have it. We kind of turned begrudgingly Nick over, but
He's just let me down so much in the past 2 years that it's like so hard for me to support. It's not even him, which is the issue most of the time. So
yeah. I definitely get where Nick is coming from, and Rojo does have a path to success. But I think, in a way, they're similar players, not necessarily in the playing style, but how they've been treated by their teams and how inconsistent they have been. Boom weeks, extreme bust weeks, and now one is having a matchup against an extremely tough defense, and one is having a matchup against a decent, nice defense. So that's what breaks the tie for me.
Sure.
So there you go, Alejandro. Let's get to this final, bro. Just as a final appendix, if Swift is in, is he over Miles Sanders?
Not for me. I'm going with Sanders. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'll ride with Sanders.
Nick?
I would. You guys might have swung me a bit on Sanders, so that's so hard. That's so hard. I probably go Sanders. Yeah.
Look
I
at
don't
that.
know.
You came around.
It's a trap to me. It's a trap to me. but whatever.
I
think he
think
has.
some like the hype around Miles Sanders is non-existent at this point. So that's the only reason it doesn't feel trappy for me because there's no hype to let down, kinda. So I don't know. I kind of like him this week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to another fun one instead of this. Jake from IT says, I have one somewhere else. Oh, okay. They have Kelsey with him out. They need a tight end, Komet or Everett.
This is going to be an uncontested answer. I know Clay's answer, and he's not even here. Now he's back.
Yeah, he's gonna say Komet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm Komet. Yeah.
Yeah,
that matchup, Seattle's giving up 57.1% points over average tight ends. It is Komet.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I agree as well.
Me and Taryn Carabell are in the same situation. We both had Kelsey's out.
So am I.
Start Komet.
In the league that Santiago's in with me, I have Kelsey and I picked up Komet. So the entire world is doing the same thing apparently.
Yeah, well,
that's dangerous though. That's dangerous.
He's been in for like 80+% of the snaps. I think. Mm-hmm. Like he's on the field, he's getting the work.
If I see a Jimmy Graham touchdown, though, I'm gonna throw my laptop out a window. So.
Yeah. Hopefully Komet pans out. He has been he has some good games when he has good matchups and especially in PPR he gets a little bit of extra reception points. So I like Komet. Everett has been very big letdown for most of his games. So yeah, let's go Komet. We have one from Christopher, and we're gonna leave it at that. Nick already gave me his thoughts, and I have to choose two between Gallup, Odell, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think this is a case of Tim Boyle being the quarterback, so I'm starting Gallup and Odell. Do you agree, Clay? Looks like you do.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Were those the thoughts you gave him already, Nick?
I'm fairly certain, but I can confirm. Odell was 100% a lock for me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I wasn't gonna take him out. I didn't really give him much of an answer between Gallup and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I said word for word. I said no Goff for the Lions, and while he sucks, his backup sucks worse. So I'm leaving. Oh, I told him to play Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually starting to ponder that because we have a healthy Cooper and a healthy CD, so Gallup becomes the number 3. Amon-Ra is still the number 1. In its own right. So that does bring an interesting dynamic there.
So I mean, I said, yeah, I'm leaving Gallup on the bench, but man, it's close. Like, it's tough. I mean, still no Hawkinson for the rest of the year. If Swift is out, it helps St. Brown's case even more probably, which we'll find out about very soon.
Oh yeah.
So it's tough. And like I was saying about squeaky wheel with Cooper and what you just pointed out, like it's hard, dude. This is a very tough week. This is the toughest week of decisions I've seen in an incredibly long time. So I think I'm gonna stick. I don't know. Odell is for sure, and then it's a coin toss for me between St. Brown and Gallup.
I just saw something that might change the outlook. I want you to guess without cheating how many targets Amon-Ra has over the past 3 weeks.
35.
It's like 30 plus. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It is 35. It's 35. Exactly 35. That is insane. I know there's a quarterback change, but if that's the way they're scheming things in Detroit, that's who I want, not 3-4 target Gallup.
Yeah. So what I said was no. After I said the whole backup thing, I said, but Amon-Ra St. Brown has been lit, and they're also playing Atlanta. Damn. So which is why I concluded with Gallup on the bench.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I would go Odell and Amon-Ra, and that also makes me feel a lot better than with playing St. Brown in one of my playoff matchups.
Just for what it's worth, Gallup has 23 targets over the past 3 weeks.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like Cooper, like the whole reason for the Cooper thing is Cooper's taken the back seat, and it's been CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. And I wrote an article at the beginning of last year in the preseason that was galloping to the promised land. And
Yep.
I thought Gallup was going to overtake Amari Cooper. And I thought CeeDee Lamb was going to take Cooper's numbers. And not saying I was a year early, but we're kind of seeing that a little bit right now where, Cooper is the third wheel there. So it's tough, but I think Amon-Ra St. Brown gives you hopefully a reception floor at the very least. I don't know. It's a shitty situation.
Man, yeah, that is tough. So, all right, let's do final answers. I'm going Odell and St. Brown. Nick?
Odell and St. Brown.
Clay?
I'm going Gallup Odell.
Oh, so tough.
I know.
There you go, Christopher.
I'd rather have touches from Dak than Tim Boyle.
Oh man, Dak's #1 fan coming in. But yeah. I mean that does make sense.
You know what would do it for me? We know St. Brown is going to play. Gallup is Sunday Night Football. If he hasn't already tested positive for COVID this year, he could test positive in an hour, and then or two or whatever. At 105, he could test. I don't know if that's true or not, but who knows? Anything's possible.
I think there are 250 NFL players on the COVID list right now. So
yeah, that's actually a really good point.
Like
if you want the safety, maybe you do just go with Brown and avoid the late exposure to COVID.
Sunday night thing is tough. So
it's like my dad benched Ayuk for somebody that tested positive for COVID yesterday. So now he doesn't have that person, doesn't have Ayuk. I don't know what he's doing. But when I thought of that, it's like, man, should I just be trying to play everybody as early as physically possible?
That's true.
Because you don't know what's going to happen in the next couple hours. I mean,
very true.
Anything's possible.
Good point. Well, there you go, Christopher. Well, you got our 3 opinions. So good luck. Hopefully you win. And let's go. We have Boyd saying start 1, Kirk 2, and Big Boy Benjamin. I have no idea who that is. 6-point passing TDs.
Big Ben.
What? Oh yeah. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
I'm going Kirk.
Ooh, that's Nick's bust this week.
He's my bust, and I think I'm also going Kirk.
Look at that.
You know what? He was my bust because I had to pick one. He was my bust because I had to pick somebody. I was like, he's been playing great. He might not play as well. I mean, if he gets Thielen back.
Oh yeah, he is expected to play.
So it sucks that he's my bust because I'm not 100. He's got a better chance of busting than usual, which is why I picked him.
It's not a primetime game though.
There you
go. Yes, this is true. So I don't know. I'm not going Big Ben. None of us are. None of you are gonna say Big Ben. I won't let you.
No.
And then, it's Tua versus Kirk Cousins. It's like I'm gonna go Kirk Cousins, even if I'm not 100% confident. He's just been good. I mean, he's top 10 and true throw value. He's top 5. Worst case, I don't know where he is. He might be number 2. I don't know.
Honestly, no clue either. So.
Just a side note for that KC Pitt game, Chris Jones is off the COVID list, so that's more trouble for Big Ben.
Yeah.
So,
go Kirk all the way. Looks like we agree. So there you go, Boyd. And he also commented that Josh Johnson is at least better than Tim Boyle.
No, that's fair. Tim Boyle had negative, yardage in college, negative rushing yards in college or something like that. 150.
Yeah, I'm negative 150 rushing yards in college.
Literally so bad.
If I recall correctly. But yeah. Big Ol says, appreciate it. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Big Will.
Merry Christmas, dude.
I got one if you need one.
Giants are terrible, and I'm a New York fan. Yeah. I think that's when we were debating Miles Sanders. Another one from Alejandro. He says, I'm starting Montgomery in my running back spot. That's why I have Sanders and Swift on my bench. Yeah, Montgomery's a start this week for sure. Nick Foles is starting a QB, which is insane.
Yeah, it scares me a little bit for Komet, just because it's Fields who's been targeting Komet so much.
We know that whatever, Foles is not a scrub. He's not Tim Boyle. He's not Josh Johnson. He's a Super Bowl winning QB. If that,
let's not. Anything. We can skip over that.
But yeah, I'm not too scared about it. They did a solid room with a solid work with their QB room in Chicago, to be honest. Yeah, Jacoby Jr. here. John Farrell asks Swift or Pollard. Right now, Pollard, because I don't know about Swift, but
What time is it? We'll know about Swift in 15 minutes.
okay, we can come back to that. Well, let's assume he's
If
in.
I'm taking him, I'm going.
If Swift is active, I'm going Swift. I just want to put it out there.
Yes. Yep.
Clay,
Yeah.
Agree. I mean, Pollard has been exceptional with his touches, but he's got that torn fascia or whatever, and he was good last week, even though he had it. But who knows? I don't know. It can get aggravated. I don't know. I'm going if they're using Swift, I believe he's healthy enough where he can still be effective, I suppose.
Yeah, if
So-
he's active, it's for a reason, right?
Yeah, like I was saying, they're playing for nothing. So if he's active, then clearly he's healthy enough to be, I'm confidently plugging him in, I suppose. Depends on the situation, but I'm not going to use Pollard here. I'm using Swift.
Yeah, if they're both active, Swift. If not, the decision is made for you. Man, I'm relying on Jamal Williams in one of my leagues.
And Tony Pollard.
Again, yeah, and Tony Pollard and DJ Moore. So yeah, against your dad. So it's gonna be fun. All right, we have another one from Funky Monkey Nuts. He says Rojo. Oh, Funky Monkey Nuts 2. Rojo or Gibson?
I'm going Rojo. Gibson
Ooh.
may not even play.
Yeah,
That's
I think
true.
you have to.
And Washington has that Sunday night game, and you don't want to risk that. So go Rojo.
Yeah. Gibson plays. If I went into right now, which we don't, so this is a hypothetical that doesn't matter. But Gibson's off the injury report right now. I'm going to go Gibson, I think. But we don't, so it doesn't matter. I'm going Rojo.
Yeah, I agree. With that Sunday night game, you have to be extra careful, and especially now that Gibson is questionable on a game time decision for Sunday night. No, thanks. Go Rojo, and hope my reverse curse works.
It will.
Always does. I hope you're ready for the grossest question possible. I mean, Boyd is just coming in with the gross questions. Jamal Williams, Craig Reynolds, Kenneth Gainwell, Royce Freeman, Chris Evans. Oof. PPR. I forgot about Craig Reynolds, dude. Man.
Jamal
Just
Williams.
Speechless. Yeah.
I'm going Jamal Williams. I mean, you're not starting any of the last three, and then it's which Lion do you want to start? And I'll take Jamal Williams here. I mean, if Swift is out, I feel like Craig Reynolds gets more interesting because he's kind of been playing bananas lately.
Yeah, do you think they keep that going now that Jamal is back?
If Swift is out. If Swift is in, then I think Craig Reynolds becomes dust. But if it's just them two, I'm intrigued by Reynolds. And okay, Swift is in, it's Jamal Williams. Swift is out, I'm gonna go Reynolds.
Interesting. I like that. Clay, what do you think?
I think I agree. Although Freeman, I don't feel great about Freeman. He's a decent option. It looks like when David Johnson missed in week 14, he actually out-targeted Burkhead 8-4. So, for what it's worth.
I mean, and they're playing the Chargers, so if they're still
run funnel, baby.
If they're still the run funnel that they have been, then that is interesting. I just can't see myself doing it, but
yeah, that's
gross.
an ugly question. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have one for you guys, a personal question. I'll just take advantage of the show. Will you start Joshua Kelly or Tevin Coleman?
Tevin Coleman. Josh Kelly's had his opportunity, and he just wets the bed. Tevin
I feel
Coleman
like
stinks, but
I feel like Tevin Coleman last week was just a product of Michael Carter getting eased back in. Is Ty Johnson active?
Let me check because I have no idea. Ty Johnson says healthy scratch.
That doesn't
Wow.
help me at all. I mean, it does help. It doesn't help the decision.
Yeah.
Shoot, dude. It's so they're both. I'm gonna go.
They're playing Jacksonville, and without Miles Jack or Josh Allen. So that kind of helps, I guess.
Oh, it sounds like you're already leaning towards Tevin Coleman.
I mean, I am, but I just wanted to hear from you.
I suppose. I suppose Tevin Coleman. Yeah, I think he's probably in the better half of the split than Josh Kelly would be in his split. So, like, if there's a more favorable one to have limited touches, I suppose it's probably Tevin Coleman. And maybe they really just do use Carter on like third downs and 2-minute drill, and Tevin Coleman gets, 15 touches or something. I don't see. There's no way where
Hope
Josh
so.
Kelly gets double digits.
That's
So
true. I mean,
guess
yeah,
I guess you got to go Tevin Coleman.
yeah. I think you're right. So
What
might
a
just do that.
fucking year it's been. Holy cow!
Awful, man. Just awful.
Holy cow! Holy
That
cow!
COVID list is getting a workout. But anyway, we gotta get to the real questions. No, my stuff. Joe is in here. Joe Arias, great guy. Thank you for that advice with Cole K. I have Kelsey out. Yep, there you go. So
Oh
we
my
already
gosh!
got to it.
Pour one out for the homies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Christopher says, "Thank you, boys. Hey, you're welcome. Hopefully
no
you
problem,
win."
dude.
Charles says, "I saw that Hollywood was a bust in this week's article. Yeah, on a team decimated by injuries. Do we like Hollywood or Tyler Johnson?"
I'm going Hollywood.
Yeah,
Hey,
I think Hollywood's still the answer.
Listen, I've been a Tyler Johnson believer for a little while now, and it's like anytime someone was out on the Bucks, it was like, oh my God, Tyler Johnson time. It's never Tyler Johnson time. It's just not. Like, I just can't. I don't see it happening. I mean, this is his best shot, I suppose, with both Evans and Godwin out. But AB being back is kind of like lateral when it comes to only one of Evans or Godwin. Well, I guess it's not because they're both whatever. But I don't. I'm going Hollywood here. Not exactly with confidence, but just because I have even less confidence in Tyler Johnson. I mean, Scotty Miller, I believe, is active.
Probably.
Both tight ends and Bray and Gronk should be active. It's
good Lord.
I'm going Hollywood in this one.
Yeah, I agree.
Being a
Clay?
Tampa Bay homer, I'm going Tyler Johnson.
Oh yeah, you got a Tampa
If
Bay
you're getting
expert
touches, I mean, if you're getting touches from Brady, I know Scotty Miller's back, but he's not that good. I mean, Tyler Johnson is a talented dude. I know he's been suppressed because of AB and Evans and Godwin, but how many people are really going to break through that mold? I mean, that's tough.
True.
Because Godwin, because I wrote about him for the stock report, and Godwin was 8th in targets, 2nd in red zone opportunities, 3rd in receptions, and 5th in receiving yards. So like AB and Gronk can't take all that, and Evans is out. Someone has to fill that third role, and there's no
Scotty
reason
Miller.
that Tyler
Makes
Johnson
sense.
can't. No, I mean I like Tyler Johnson the player. It just seems like they are choosing
don't.
not to utilize him the way that I would like it to be. So like I'm on your side. I want him to be good. I think he is good. So I'm just jaded, I suppose. But
Man, this is a very tough question because, man, yeah, Hollywood gets Johnson as his QB and Johnson gets Brady as his QB, so they kind of balance out.
yeah. I mean, I can understand the argument for Tyler Johnson. Like I get it. I'm just gonna take the better player, who in my opinion is Hollywood in this case.
I'll take the better distributor.
Fair enough. Tiebreaker goes to you, buddy.
I mean, yeah, let's trust the Tampa Bay expert, and if anything goes wrong, it's his fault. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'll defer to Clay. Go with Tyler Johnson in this case.
Sure.
Let's get it, Charles. Omar says, start one, Justin Jackson, CH, or Melgo. Ooh, ooh. Melgo is my sleeper for the week, which is maybe doesn't mean much, but man, is he in a good matchup. And he has been averaging the points. So
Sure.
CH is the one I'd consider. I'm not really considering Justin Jackson here. I don't know what you guys think. Clay?
I'm going Melgo.
Yeah.
CH just isn't it, and Justin Jackson's just kind of like a fill-in. So, I mean, Melvin Gordon's gotten it done in the past, so I'm going Gordon.
I mean,
Let's
I
get
love
it.
Edward Solaire. I would say he's
I
it,
do
but
too.
that's a conversation for another day. But I'm going Melgo here. I mean, he's been great. I mean, they've been splitting 50-50 all year, and both of them have been productive every single week. I think
Yep,
Melgo's worst week might have been last week, if I'm not mistaken. He had like 8 points
probably.
in full PPR or something like that. So like, I don't trust Justin Jackson. Edward Hilaire, I don't really trust either, but I like. But I'm going Melbo. Good matchup. He's been playing. This is the best football I think he's ever played in terms of productivity. Uh,
Probably.
like, and
In that second year with the Chargers, maybe, but
it's not really saying too much, but he's been really solid for
yeah,
fantasy
yeah,
purposes. So
I agree. And yeah, one of the other points I brought up in the sleeper article is that Javante, well, they were both questionable to play. Malgo with a thumb, and I think Javante with an ankle injury. So if they try to limit Javante and limit that ankle, Malgo could see an uptick in work and break out of that 50-50, make it 60-40. And that's just what you need to have a very productive running back against a very bad Las Vegas defense. So yeah, Melgo, Omar. Good luck with that. Yeah, thank God we have Nick here. Otherwise, we would be lost. I mean, I would have gotten in eventually, but all right. Another question is: speaking of Bears and Foles, would you start A Rob over Marvin Jones Jr.? No.
No,
Isn't he? I thought he got activated from the COVID list. I thought he was on the COVID list
Yeah,
still.
he's active.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
yeah, I think the Chicago quarterbacks forgot A-Rob existed too. So
I mean, Foles might remember. Foles
Yeah,
might remember.
he's a different QB that we've gotten all year. So if there's a game for Allen Robinson, maybe it's this one. I don't want to find out in the semifinals.
Yeah,
So
no shot. Nope.
yeah, Marvin Jones time. Because yeah, A Rob is just man. What
Mm-hmm.
he is the fantasy bust this season, I believe.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
well, he's going what, third round?
Yeah,
round?
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much third.
it's a killer.
Insane. All right, we are just coming up on the 1 hour mark. For those who don't know, we go an hour and a half, so we have 30 minutes left. Let's do a quick intermission to talk about our sleepers and busts. Let's go with Nick first. We've already discussed them a little bit, but let's go in depth.
Yeah. So my sleeper is Joe Burrow.
Hmm.
Which I apologize to some people for something that I always try to do with sleeper and bust is making actionable decisions and like making sure people can actually make some sort of decision.
Yeah.
Hold on. I apologize. And Burrow started the first 8 games of the year throwing at least 2 touchdowns every single game, and he had more games with 3 touchdowns than he did 2 touchdowns. He started on fire, and then he started passing 10 times less per game, and the running game took over, and he hasn't been particularly effective. So in the past 5-6 weeks, I don't have my article up to
Yeah.
go through all the stats, but
Spitball it.
yeah, he's only averaged like 1 touchdown a game, and he just hasn't been great. So in my brain, I could see people seeing Joe Burrow and they're like, yeah, he has this broken finger thing. He hasn't been passing well. He hasn't been passing a lot. I'm going to sit him. But this week they're playing the Ravens, who I don't know what that their defense is incredibly depleted with injuries and COVID, and they're a very favorable matchup for the quarterback position. And the biggest factor that had me in this game was that Joe Mixon is horrifyingly bad against the Ravens. Every single time. He's played them 8 times in his career, I believe it is, and he's averaging 70 total yards and has scored 2 total touchdowns in 8 games. He's not productive against the Ravens. They have his number. Their defense against the run is solid. And their defense and against the pass is pretty mediocre and borderline bad right now because of the injuries and what they've suffered. So they're giving a lot of points to the quarterback, not a lot of points to the running back. I think this game script, even though it may not necessarily be a competitive game, I could see Burrow lighting it up in the first half, and then maybe they resort to the run. But even if they do, it's not going to be effective. So I have Burrow as my sleeper just because I think it's going to be a passing game more than it's going to be a running game. And I think the last time they matched up, Burrow had his career high in passing yards and threw 3 touchdowns, I believe. This was Jamar Chase's 200-yard game. So I think Chase has been pretty mediocre lately. I think Burrow wants to get him the ball, and I think it's just going to be another repetition of what we saw the last time they faced off. So I'm starting Burrow very confidently this week. And then my bust is Kirk Cousins. This one wasn't as specific. No Dalvin Cook. I think Hurts. I think they can sell out on the pass a little more against the Rams. And the Rams defense is a solid defense. I mean, he is getting Thielen back, which was, for bust purposes, I was hoping Thielen wouldn't come back just so that it would make my case a little bit better. So Kirk Cousins is a notch higher than when I wrote the article. And, I had him as my bust, like I said earlier, because I had to pick somebody. And, Kirk Cousins has been awesome. He's in the top 10 in terms of, quarterback production. He's been super efficient. I mean, he's a good quarterback that doesn't get the respect he deserves, I think, because of him losing them games when they need wins. So, but for fantasy purposes, we don't care about wins. We care about production. And I think his production could be significantly less than normal against this tough Rams defense. So Burrow is my sleeper and Kirk Cousins is my bust.
I like that. We have a piece of breaking news. Swift is inactive today.
Okay, time to change my lineup.
Yep, me too. Yeah, this is gonna be ugly, but yeah.
I'm firing up Josh
guys.
Palmer.
Swift is inactive today. Make your changes. We have another one from Joe Arias. He says, I had Tyrell Huntley, picked up Big Ben. What do you guys think? 6-point passing touchdown. I don't love Big Ben. I would love to know if you have any other options because I'm very much not a fan. I guess he's not gonna lose you your week, but who knows? So yeah, give us other options. See if there's anything useful in the waiver wire because I do not like Big Ben this week or in general.
Yeah, I mean it's not horrible against Kansas City. Like the logic in my brain and predicting game scripts, I say it every single time that I do it. Predicting game scripts is kind of silly because you think you can know what's going to happen, and then any given Sunday, anything's possible. But if it goes the way that I could expect it to go, is that the Steelers are going to be down, and Najee Harris is going to be ineffective, and they're going to have to throw to win. In my brain, so I can.
That's not always good for Ben because
that's true. More picks, yeah. But yeah, I agree with Santiago here. I would like to see the other options because there's probably many other options that are better than Big Ben. But who knows?
Yeah. Just as a quick public service announcement, if you're watching the Twitter feed and are wondering why we haven't answered your question, go on YouTube. I left a link below, or go to the Broto app, even better, and ask your questions there. If you ask on YouTube or the Broto app, we 100% will get to them. That's the crunch time guarantee. And also a quick hack, if you open the feed, it's a YouTube feed embedded into the Broto app. You can close the Broto app and you get a mini player. So you can hack YouTube and get many player while the app is closed. So that's cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. Shout out Burrow app. We have one from Saint Vunche, I think. Good morning, fellas. He's a two-parter. I already have A-Rod, Adams, AJ Brown, and Chubb play. Oh, Rogers.
That's
Pick
nice.
one, and yeah, that's quite
The good one.
yeah. Good job, first of all.
Yeah.
Pick one running back: Madison, Rojo, Swift, or Mixon. All right, Swift is a no-go. You just happened between you asking your question and now Mixon. Mick just laid out the case to why Mixon is a bad play this week, but he is still the Mixon we've seen produce very well for the most part. He has quite a few top 5 performances, also quite a few under top 24.
Mhm.
Madison is filling in as a lead back. We've seen what he can do. And Rojo is also doing that, but against a tough defense. So that's the case. Let's hear from Nick.
After I read it, it was an uncontested Madison for me. You know, I he's he's good. I mean, he plugs in for Cook and he puts up points. That's just what happens. I mean, that's what we've seen. We've
Yeah.
seen one dud, and then everyone is like, "Oh my God, Madison is not really a good handcuff." Blah blah. No, he's pretty damn good. I think he goes out there and he does a great job replacing Dalvin Cook, and that's hard to do. So I'm confidently going Madison here. Obviously, sitting Mixon. We've seen Mixon have some big games this year, and he was solid for a great while up until the past few weeks where he's taken a dip. But I'm just going. I'm going Madison here. He's got a better matchup. He's effective. I mean, and I don't see him getting any contest, in the backfield really.
Yeah.
So Madison with flying colors in my book.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Rojo, I'm not even considering. Swift is out. Mixon, I get why you want to play him. I really do. But this week only, I'm going Madison over Mixon. Do you agree, Clay?
Yeah. It's Madison, and it's really it's not close.
Yep.
It's not.
Right.
Plus, they're playing in the dome. They always score more points in the dome game anyway, too.
Mm.
There you go. So yeah, it's Madison times Zane. Good luck. Another one from Zane. He says nobody to drop. I feel like so I can't stack defenses. Would you drop Philly D to pick up Buffalo D and get a head start next week? Buffalo against Atlanta, and you would get the Patriots this week. Or the same thing with Seattle D, who get Chicago this week, and I'm not sure who they get next week, but not really the DST guru. I don't think. I do like Seattle this week, so
I mean, I like Philly this week. I don't know what the other defense like. Oh, I see what he's saying. He only has one defense.
yeah,
No, I mean he did get a bomb ass start though.
yeah. You do have a nice team, so
I could see that. I could see picking up Buffalo.
Seattle
Time.
gets Detroit next week.
Seattle gets Detroit next week.
I'm thinking
Well,
Buffalo.
yeah, I agree.
Because let's see. Seattle is 26th in pressure rate, 21.4% for Pro Football Reference. So they're not getting to the quarterback. Buffalo, on the other hand, is number 2 in pressure rate at 28.7%. Love that.
Yeah. Against Atlanta, they might be nice. Are you worried about today's game?
I'm not scared.
For Buffalo, no.
Not at all.
No.
All right.
I'm saying that as
like
a New England fan. I would not be scared of New England playing.
Philly
against my
will get
defense.
Washington though next week.
Yeah,
So
I
you
mean,
could just roll out Philly D this week, next week. I'm perfectly fine with that.
that's what I'm doing, and the only league I'm still in the playoffs is I'm just probably riding Phillies D into the sunset, unless
And I mean,
choose.
it's tough to sack the Lions quarterback anyway because their
what?
line is back.
Yeah, and I'm definitely playing Philly against Tim Boyle. I mean, sorry, not Tim Boyle, Jake Fromm this week. They are playing Jake Fromm, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I believe so.
Yes. He's supposed to start.
I mean, that's a good matchup for a defense. Not quite the Pats D that will try to run all over him again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not the Pats D, but Buffalo D. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's the run. It's a tough defense. I'm sorry, tough decision. Defenses are always hard to predict and decide on. I would personally keep Philly, not risk anything else because they have good matchups and they have been a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like much can go wrong, honestly.
no.
The
And
option,
it's a
all the
game
options
script you
seem to be
want
all
too.
right.
You know, if they get ahead and control the clock and the Giants have to pass, that's what you want for a defense. You want to face a passing quarterback.
You don't need a home run. You already have a decent lead in your matchup.
Mm-hmm.
No need to just go messing up your roster. Not necessarily messing up, but just messing with your roster in general. Stay as you are and be happy about it, I would say. So there you go. Joe says I had Taysom Hill. No, yeah, but we want to see like who's available to pick up just right now, last second instead of Big Ben, because yeah, Taysom Hill and Tyler Huntley injury / COVID list were they both COVID list?
Lamar and Huntley.
Yes.
Taysom Hill.
No, Taysom Hill.
No.
Taysom Hill and Huntley.
But yeah,
Taysom Hill and Huntley are both COVID. That was the question, right?
he says there's Matt Ryan available. Do you like him over Big Ben?
Yeah.
Yep. Against Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would go Matt Ryan over Big Ben.
Yeah.
Would you go Josh Johnson over Big Ben?
Yes. Rushing.
Because he's got to be available. I would be very surprised if.
I mean, you say rushing, but he's a 13-year vet. That's got to be hindered a little bit, no?
I don't know.
You trust Big Ben's arm that can go maybe 25 yards? 30 with a little push from the wind.
But, I mean, I would go Matt Ryan over both of them, I think. So, doesn't really matter. I think Matt Ryan is a play. I don't love it, but I don't like any of it. So.
No, actually, you know what? I'm going Big Ben over Matt Ryan.
Ooh.
They're both pretty terrible QBs. But Detroit, whether it's because they haven't been in games to some degree, they have not allowed a lot of points to quarterbacks. So I see them on the same level as a washed up veteran with a questionable arm, no rushing upside. KC or Detroit?
I would go
I'll
Matt
take
Ryan.
the Detroit defense all day.
But, you know, I mean,
I don't blame you for going either, but
yeah. Yeah, it's so
tough.
gross. Oh
It
my
is.
God. I can't. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. It's terrible. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
I hope you're
I'm
okay.
sorry, man. This is not very helpful.
I hope you had a good Christmas.
Yeah, this is not very helpful, Joe. I'm
the day
sorry.
after Christmas is not being nice to you.
All right. We can move on to his brother, I suppose. I don't know if brother or cousin, but Mark Arias. He says, "What's up? It's Mark against Joe today." Oh yeah, one brother is going down today. So yeah, it is brothers. Oh, no question. That's just the info. So yeah, Joe's playing his brother. Has to choose between Matt Ryan and Big Ben pretty much for QB. Not gonna be pretty. So let's go. Speaking of terrible QBs, Drew Luck or Josh Johnson?
Oh God. I'm going Josh Johnson. Drew Lock is terrible. He is so bad. But like this could be the one time where he like lights it up. He has the ceiling, but he does not have the floor.
I'm going Lock.
I think I'm going lock too, because yeah,
I'm not scared of Vegas.
I'm more scared
And
of Cincy, honestly.
yeah, for sure. And I mean, Locke's got the weapons if he can get them the ball. So, um, I mean, both have a terrible floor in my brain, and I think Locke probably has the higher
Yeah.
ceiling, all things considered.
And there was the question whether we were going to see Locke or Teddy to start the season, because they're pretty much on the same level. Maybe Teddy is a little bit higher because he did win the starting job, but I don't think he's much of a downgrade in general. So
I
They would
hate watching
literally,
Teddy
they would
Bridgewater play
literally
football.
put Teddy in like a cast and try to get him out there, and then put Drew Lock in there.
that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my bold prediction was that Locke was going to be a QB1 in points
Ooh.
per game.
Ooh,
Yeah.
damn.
Well, I just
Spicy.
I love the roster that the Broncos have. So if they can just have an able quarterback, an average quarterback should be able to produce so well on that team. So
Yeah, man, they have quite the
like
roster. So
yeah, but I'm going Lock here. Once again, I apologize that you have to go through such a
yeah. The real problem is you having this decision, but
mm,
I'm going Drew Lock as well. He does rush as well, so there's some sort of floor.
mhm.
He has that rush. We've seen him rush. I don't know if he still rushes because we haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah.
Same thing for Josh Johnson, honestly. Yeah, Drew Lock for me. Nick,
Drew Lock. Yep.
Clay,
Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson. There you go. Split decision. You got the info. Now it's your turn to make the final call. Hopefully you make the right decision. Good luck with that. Another one from Alejandro, just double checking. Rojo, Sanders, and Higgins hit one. My worry with Higgins is they don't have to throw much this week. This week has been so stressful. Yes, I agree with that. It has not been great. Uh, hmm.
I'm still going Sanders Higgins.
Yeah, Sanders, Higgins for me as well. Nicholas.
Sanders and Higgins.
All right, there we go. We got the unanimous. We got the unanimous.
Whatever.
We
I
got
don't
it.
I don't know. It's
We got him.
such a tough. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
we got him.
Boyd is back. Craig Reynolds or Kenny Galladay? Craig Reynolds, my guy. I said it a couple weeks on the show. It was my last time suggesting Kenny Galladay. He did not deliver, did not get injured. It's over. It's over for
Yeah,
me and Kenny Galladay. We're over. We
I
broke
I
up.
was I was out of Kenny Galladay before the season even started.
Yeah.
This season was such a predictable thing to me, and everyone was like, "Oh, Kenny Galladay value." I'm like,
At one point, he was a value. He was going really late at one point. Like he was,
Yeah. I got
it
him
was
like in the
absurd.
8th round, so I'm not
and I still wasn't
super
touching
sad
him in the
about
8th
it. But
round.
yeah, he has not delivered, to be honest.
No. Yeah, one trick pony who doesn't have a quarterback
So
to get him the ball.
Swift is out. Craig Reynolds time. Be
Yep.
happy about it. You're a Lions fan, Boyd. So, well, not a lot to be happy about when you're a Lions fans, but yeah, Craig Reynolds or Evan Engram with a 0.5 tight end premium on top.
No, that dude needs double hand transplant, and he still can't catch a ball.
All right, let's go one for Mark Arias. He says, "What do you guys think about starting Antonio Brown or Tyreek Hill? Just because Kelsey's out and they're going to double him up." On the other hand, AB is also going to be doubled up. So which would I go? So it's Tyreek Hill or Antonio Brown. Worried about Tyreek being doubled because Kelsey is out.
I'm going Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, start your studs.
100 times out of 100. I mean, I love Antonio Brown, but I can't sit Tyreek Hill ever in my entire life.
It's full PPR and also has Mahomes at QB. So
yeah, that stack action.
I can see I can see what he's looking at, but I mean
for sure.
They both put up 20 plus, and then it doesn't matter. So
yeah.
Don't feel bad about it because Mahomes threw 6 touchdowns the last time he played the Steelers.
Don't
sweat
it. Damn. Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, the Steelers defense has not been lights out. They have not been bad. That must be said, but they have not been lights out. And no, Tyreek Hill is in a league of his own. I don't know what kind of team do you have that you cannot start both Tyreek and AB, because that's insane. Like maybe you should find a way to start AB and Tyreek together, because that's the recipe for success. Unless
That's
you
fair.
already have like, oh, is he the guy that had like Adams and AJ Brown? Because if so, hey, congrats. If not,
Right.
find a way to start AB as well. But yeah, good luck with that. Oh, thanks, guys. I like that. There you go. Cooper Cup is the other guy he has.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
That's me
mean,
Oh,
today.
my
congrats.
Going
goodness.
into
Congrats on
Cup.
the championship, my guy. But
Holy cow. Oh,
flex
boy.
maybe Debo Samuel and Cooper Cup and Debo Samuel.
Oh, my God. What a life that must be, dude. You're
that
living
is
luxury.
that
That's
is a life.
crazy.
Yes.
Holy cow.
So yeah, sit AB. Be happy about it.
Wow.
Start Tyreek. I mean, you don't even need to start. I mean, you can take the boom bust quote unquote risk from Tyreek
Mhm.
because you already have such a stacked team. You can take those risks and potentially get even more points. So you're golden, man.
Mhm.
Enjoy your week and sit back and relax.
Yeah, one of the few people that has that luxury on this
Yeah,
lovely Sunday.
insane. In a chaotic week such as this, when you have the probably the best team possible, if you have AJ Brown in your bench or something, that would be crazy. But I'm wouldn't be surprised at this point. Uh, nice job, Mark. Good stuff. All right, moving on to wait 1 second. My computer froze. So you're saying my brother is going down? Probably.
Yeah.
He's starting
Absolutely.
Big Ben or Matt Ryan, and you have that bomb squad. It's
Yeah.
likely. I mean, see, Boyd even wants to be you, Mark. And he has Amir Abdullah playing.
Not a bad
Will has
plug-in.
another one. Dalton Schultz or Hunter Henry. I like Schultz.
Going Henry.
Oh, Pats
I know.
fan. What do you think?
Aguilar is out for what it's worth.
Yeah, I guess
I'm gonna go Schultz.
I agree with that. They're averaging a similar amount of points. We saw Schultz be insane at the start of the season, then cool off a little bit. But one of them is playing Buffalo, and the other one isn't.
Yeah. I don't. Hunter Henry is just like typically you're just hoping for a touchdown. Where
Yeah.
Schultz, you're happy
He
if
got
he scores
8
a touchdown.
targets last time. Schultz.
Schultz,
Mm.
yeah. Like I know Henry had a great game against Seattle. Seattle? No. Oh,
Don't remember, to be honest, but yeah, he cut 2 touchdowns, which
was that the
the
Colts?
the Petrov brothers predicted. Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
Colts. The
yeah,
Petrov brothers predicted on the podcast because it looked like a Henry week. This
yeah,
doesn't look like a Henry week. So
yeah. I don't think so. I wouldn't be fooled. It's basically like touchdown or bust, and Schultz is more volume based.
yeah, he
Typically,
has
so
16 over the past 3 weeks targets. That is, which
yeah.
I like that. And again, Washington is a slightly better matchup
Mhm.
than Buffalo. Slightly is an understatement because Buffalo is terrible against tight ends. That's going to be an ugly game for tight ends because Buffalo and New England both are very tough on tight ends.
I'll flip to Schultz then.
There you go. Yeah, you got the unanimous decision at the end. Good luck, Will. Jake from IT. Similar situation in my home league. I'm sitting what? I'm starting Jefferson and have Cup, Adams, and Chase in.
I mean,
Oh,
I know I love Chase this week and Burrow, but there's no. I'm not sitting Justin Jefferson to put in Jamar Chase.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
I
No,
mean, no chance.
No.
man, that's also an incredible team, by the way.
Imagine. Oh my gosh! I traded Cooper
no.
Cup away.
I'm still going.
The
Man,
ultimate, so high.
I was 3-5, and I sold him away to try and rebound my team.
Yeah. How did that work out? Oh, you did it because it
First in
also
the
affected
division.
my matchup,
Oh yeah, I wanted you to lose. Yeah,
and I didn't. I won out, and I made the playoffs, and here we are.
yeah.
But yeah, the age old debate: LSU receivers, Jefferson, Chase. It's gonna be crazy. With the team you have, you can afford to not make the proper decision. I would say, of course, you don't want to make the wrong decision, but you can afford it, as far as I can see. And Jefferson is rarely the wrong decision, so
Dude's a baller.
stick with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, man. Jake, great team, man. That's crazy. But yeah,
So insane.
Jefferson, especially with a slightly injured Thielen likely
Mhm.
going, because he's there,
Yep.
but he's not
But
100% there.
he's not
So the
necessarily there.
defense still has to pay
Absolutely.
attention to him, but he's not gonna take away a lot from Jefferson. So that's probably best case scenario for him, I think.
Yep. I agree.
So wow, that's crazy. Good luck. All right, Clay, you want to talk about your sleeper and bust?
Yeah, so if you're stuck in the gross tight end world with Travis Kelsey on the COVID list, like many of us, I had James O'Shaughnessy, the Irish assassin. Since week 12 and Dan Arnold was out, he has target shares of 11.9, 21.4, 15, and 10.5. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but again, he's had 4 more targets in every game since week 12. So you have a little bit of a floor there, which is nice. And then as far as the bust, we had RSJ, our fantasy folk hero earlier the year, but he's been sharing time with John Bates a little bit more, but also Washington just wants to run the ball and they're not running a lot of plays. You know, they're right now on the total for the season, they're 12th in plays run, but in the last 3 games, they're 27th. And then the last week, they were 26th. So they're just not getting a lot of plays, so he's not going to get a lot of volume. So don't like that.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, honestly. We have time for a couple more questions, so if you want to get your question answered,
I got
write
one.
it
I got a
now.
gross one.
All right, let's get to this one
Oh,
from
good.
Joe.
All right.
And then we'll get to yours. Joe says standard, Penny or Mooney. Because it's standard, only because it's standard, I'm going Penny.
Agreed.
Clay?
Yeah.
And is this the same league you're going against your brother? Because that decision is not encouraging, man.
see if he'll split the
But
winnings
yeah,
with you.
standard definitely Penny over Mooney, especially with a third string QB, even if it's Nick Foles. So go ahead, Clay. Let's get to your question.
All right, so we're in PPR. I need upside because I'm going against Tyreek Hill and Cooper Cup.
Ooh, are you playing against Joe's brother as well, or?
Seems
Oh
like
my
it, right?
God.
So I have Rashad Penny. I just picked up Craig
Looks like
Reynolds,
you are.
Rashad Bateman, or Kadarius Toney.
Craig
So
Reynolds, maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't want to play Tony. Not want to
yeah,
play Penny either,
Tony's
to
not an
be honest.
option. I don't think Bateman is an option.
No, not
I
with
mean,
Johnson.
uh, and then it's Penny or Reynolds. Wow.
Or Jordan Howard. Just gets worse.
I actually considered Howard for a decision earlier, but
Yeah, I guess Craig Reynolds.
yeah, Craig Reynolds not as swift as out is half interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
All right, looks like we have time for one more question if you want to get it in. Otherwise, we can get to this one from Boyd. Half BPR, Coke or Pepsi?
I'm actually going with if RC Cola is on the waiver wire, I'm definitely gonna scoop them up, throw them in my lineup. Pretty good sleeper for this week. If
You
you
know
read
what?
the article.
I think it depends for me. If it's a Coke in a can, plastic
Mm-hmm.
bottle, or glass bottle. Glass bottle, I'm
Ooh,
definitely
glass
going glass
bottle
bottle.
is elite.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. For
Elite
sure.
stuff.
For
first round
sure.
pick.
Then if it's in a can, that's second. And if it's in plastic bottle, I might go Pepsi over because it's just the same thing at that point. But glass bottle is definitely going Coke glass bottle, especially in half PPR. I mean, obviously.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's all the time we have for today. Great
funny.
show, gentlemen. That was very, very useful. Not the same league, so there you go.
Well, that's good.
That's good to hear, man. Good to hear. Uh, this was Crunch Time Live semifinal edition. So glad you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, you two, for joining me. Nick Beaulieu, Clay Jones. Where can they find you, Clay?
You can find me on Twitter at ffpulse88. You can find me on the Birdo app.
There you go. Everyone here is on the Brodo app, so you can find us there. Where can they find you, Nick?
It is Beaulieu_Nick on Twitter. You're not going to be able to spell it. Find me through Brodo. And Bic Noli on Twitch. I haven't streamed in a very long time, but once I get back home after the holidays, I will be streaming regularly. Okay, so yeah, that's all that's important.
Good luck in your playoff matchups.